welcome back to 3-hour news show, and you're still watching our signature segment, See the Stories. So, Stephanie Poetri just released the Bossa Nova version of I Love You 3000. And to find out more, here we are with Stephanie Poetri. Hi, Stephanie!
Hello, 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 hello.
Oh my God, you look gorgeous.
Sorry, oh my God.
How are you?
I'm good, Malu. Malu abis di-compliment.
Oh my God. So you don't need to be shy. Well, you are gorgeous.
It's
So,
a
by the
vibe.
way, congratulations on the release of your new Bossa Nova version of I Love You 3000.
Yes, thank you. So excited for it to be out.
Could you please tell us more about this song?
So I released I Love You 1000, the original version, like 5 years ago. So I knew I wanted to do something fun to celebrate with everybody. And funny enough, actually, last year I was in Indonesia to do a concert with my mom. And I remember we were just like vibing, and I was like, yeah, I'll sing this song, while you do your outfit change number 5. And we just kind of had fun with all the bandmates, and they kind of just like freestyled. And it ended up becoming like more bossa nova, because usually I just do it with a guitar. But my mom, of course, Titi DJ, harus have a whole orchestra with her. So it was so cool. They had like a brass section and like a cello section, and it was so fun because then I was like, oh, this is a very cool vibe. So I wanted to do kind of like a fresh new take on it, especially because also people say they got married with I Love You 3000. So maybe like for their 5-year anniversary, they can play this version as well,
Okay, so is it your first time creating a music and turn it into like a Bossa Nova version?
Yeah, I've never done anything in the jazz world, so it's super exciting. And what's awesome is I actually got the same band my mom had, and they fully did a take in Indonesia and sent it over to me. So that's really exciting. I've never worked with like such a full band before.
So you mentioned your mom. So is it the one who inspired you to create this Bossa Nova version, or maybe is it any other like person, or maybe like a thing that inspired you to make this?
I think she definitely inspired me, but it was more of her band. It was like literally her band. They all just freestyled. We didn't really do any rehearsal or anything, and they just immediately was like, started doing that vibe. So shout out to my mom's band. But also just like, I think I've been really into a lot of artists like Leve, and Biba Doobie has some bossa nova vibes, and so I think that just kind of came together. Yeah.
We know that the original version of I Love You 3000 was released 5 years ago, and I remember that it was a big hit. Like everyone played it everywhere. So what do you think about this new version compared to the original one in terms of mood and emotional impact?
I think this one is definitely less of a ballad. Like it's more upbeat, way more produced out. I think I also did like a full new vocal take, so you can hear 19-year-old Stephanie versus 24-year-old Stephanie, like how much better I am at singing. But I hope the fans will, find it as like a fun, new, fresh version that, it's like you can reminisce when you hear the song. You can remember what it was like 5 years ago, but then you can also enjoy it with a fresh, new take that's a little bit less slow and sad.
Okay, I see. So could you please tell me more about this creative process here when you're making I Love You 3000 Bossa Nova version? Did you face any challenges?
Yeah, so basically the way it worked was I got my mom to get her band, and I remember this was during Ramadan, so everybody was like lagi puasa. And my mom was like, okay, kalau everybody wants to hang out while puasa, we can go to the studio. And they all did takes of what they did. They sent it over, and then I sent it to my producer here. His name is JP. He's one of my best friends, and he basically took all of their takes and then put it together. And we got our friend Kata, who's a drummer, and he kind of freestyled on the drums, and we all just kind of put it together. And it was super fun. I mean, I think the biggest thing that was kind of hard was we wanted to really show all these live instruments that the band in Indonesia did, and I think it took us a while to kind of like pick and choose what goes where, because if we just put everything, nothing stands out. So it took us a while to be like, okay, here's where the trumpet is louder and here's where the strings are louder, blah, blah, blah.
Sorry. So you produce it in Indonesia, or so I heard that you are living in the United States right now. Also, are you
Yes.
producing it in the United States?
Yeah, so I produced it here, but the band was in Indonesia, right? So they actually did all the recording in Indonesia and they sent it over to us here in the US. And so we produced it out here in LA. I definitely practiced my production skills because I was kind of like arranging everything, which is really fun because I've always wanted to arrange as well. And so it was cool to be able to have all these different sections that I get to be like, okay, this goes here and this goes here. And that's really cool because I feel like you want to showcase and respect everybody's like time and effort. When usually when I'm producing, it's with machines in my computer, like haha, it's not a real person. So I'm like, if I mute it, it's fine. But this one is like everybody put their heart and soul into it. So I really wanted to respect it and, make sure everybody shines.
Wow, that sounds really great. So you've worked with various genre and styles. Are there any other genre or collaboration you're excited to explore in the future?
Yeah, so I've always been into EDM and I'm currently working on some EDM collabs and EDM songs, and that's gonna be so fun. I don't partake in a lot of like EDM festivals, but there's just something about the music that reminds me of, better days when I was a young child and I was like going to all these festivals. So it's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm really glad that I have met a lot of people who are in that world and are down to collab.
Okay, by the way, what is your favorite EDM music? EDM song?
I love tropical house. So like Kaigo. I love Dipa Barus, of course.
Oh, I love him too.
I think like All Good is my favorite. And it's funny because my first song that I wrote but I didn't sing on was a Dipa Baru song. It was the one he did with Afgan. And I actually wrote that with him, but Afgan put it out, so.
Okay, shout out to Afgan and Dipa Barus. Okay. I wonder how long you've been in this industry, in this music industry. Is it like maybe 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, I would say like as an actual artist, technically since 2016, because that's when I did Bimbang, which is the song for Ada Apa Dengan Cinta Dua. But I didn't really take it seriously. I was just like a 16-year-old, like, yeah, I'll sing for this movie. But I really, really took it seriously in 2019 when I did my first official single called Appreciate. So I would say like technically 8 years, but seriously 5 years.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you have memorable moments or challenges that you have faced in these 8 years of your career in the music industry?
Memorable moments, I have so many. I think the first 2 weeks of me releasing I Love You 3000 was crazy because I remember that was the moment where I like would walk. I would like go to like PIM or something, or like a mall, and then I would hear my song and I was like, oh, who's that? And that was crazy because I was like, oh, it's not just me listening to the song, it's other people. And I remember my dad, he was walking around at like a mall, and then he was like, I just walked past a store and they were playing your music, and I was like, oh. And he was like, and I had to go up to the worker and say, that's my daughter. And I was like, imagine just like this random bule man kayak, oh, ini anakku, and then they're like, what are you saying, man? So that was cute. Yeah, for challenges, I think I had a lot of challenges, especially, everybody mostly knows me for I Love You 3000, and I used to be kind of like embarrassed that that was the only song I was known for. But now I've appreciated the fact that at the end of the day, like, people love that song and people use that song for their weddings and anniversaries, and that's more than I could even ever wish for. Like, I'm so grateful for this song, and I'm just really happy that people like it. And if that's all they know me for, at least, they get to enjoy the song, and I'm just happy to be here and have fun.
Yeah, you need to be happy. You need to be proud of yourself because Minji, New Jeans, just covered your song. So what
that
do you
was
think?
crazy. It was, I don't know, it was weird as well because I was actually going on tour and I had a cover of like a New Jeans song ready for tour, and then like 2 weeks before tour came, that cover came out, and I was like, what are the chances? But yeah, it's super cool, and I love New Jeans. I love Minji, and just having somebody do a cover, it reminds me of why I did this, which is, to have people enjoy the song and to have people just kind of showcase their
Mhm.
voices as well, because it's like a fun song to sing. It's not too hard, not too easy.
Who are your musical idols or influences? How have they impacted your work? Well, you mentioned EDM and Deepa Barus.
Yes, I mean, obviously, Titi DJ, like always inspiration, always my favorite woman in the world. Other than my mom, I would say, I mean, Nikki. We all love Nikki. Like, as an Indonesian, you have to love Nikki, and she's just so amazing, and she's so nice, and just like such a great person to represent us. And I'm so excited for her new album. I can't wait to hear everything.
So, how do you stay motivated and inspired amid the pressure of the music industry?
I think it's hard for me to say because my friends and my family and my support, they're all so nice. And it's hard to get tired of this when everybody's so nice. But definitely shout out to my fiance. He's always just supporting me, and I think it's so nice to have somebody I can write a million love songs about. And I hope that everybody can enjoy all these love songs about this random bule man I found.
All right then. So, I actually see your social media, and I found this video that you're making a games. You're becoming a games developer. Could you please tell me more about that?
Yeah, so it's funny because this year I feel like I told myself this is gonna be the year where I try everything that I always wished, I tried growing up. And game developing was one thing. I've always loved gaming. I loved art. I loved storytelling, and I was into coding a little bit in high school, but never really like fully in it. And so I was just like, hey, I have the time. Why not try something new? And it's so awesome because I've always been a fan of like game development, but to be able to do it took a long time because I had to like learn all the codes and stuff. So it's really fun, and I'm actually so excited because I can't wait to make like games that are inspired by who I am as an Indonesian. And I think that'll be really fun to showcase to like my fellow Indonesians, like my stories that other people can relate to.
Yeah, I see that there's this aliens, and then like um trying to get a pizza. Like, tell me about this aliens and get a pizza.
Yeah, well, that's so funny. So basically, there's this thing called game jams where you make a game and they give you like a time, like make a game in 1 week, and then they give you a theme. And this one, I chose the theme of like alien coffee shop. But basically, if you win,
Mm-hmm.
the guy having the competition will give you a pizza, like in person. So
Oh,
I didn't win, sadly. I got fourth place, but I was like, you know what? Like, it's a pizza. Like, what can I do? So I had a great time. I had like 8 days to make the game, and it was super fun. And I actually have a YouTube video that I talked about making everything. I like started a game development YouTube channel, and it's kind of like low key, but also like kind of fun because everybody's like, you look like a singer, and I'm like, oh, really? Because I go by Mani, which is my nickname there, like Mani Mano.
I see the comment section, and people are saying like, "You look like Titi DJ's daughter." Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Exactly.
is it hard developing a game?
It's like hard, but not really. I feel like a lot of the hard stuff about it is the just like dedication and kind of being like, okay, I'm gonna actually learn how to code. Which, when you're in school, like you have a teacher who's gonna like put you in detention if you don't do it. And now it's just like I have to put myself in detention if I don't learn. But it's really fun, and I think everybody should try to learn something new. And game development is so fun. You get to make so many great friends, and there's a lot of really, really great indie companies, indie developers in Indonesia that you all should support. And everybody's so nice. So please, play all the games that are made. And yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna download it after this interview. Okay. You know what? You're so talented. I mean, like, this coding thing. I mean, like, not all people into it, and not all people can do it. But in the other hand, you're also a singer, a great singer. So, if you if you need to choose between these two worlds, between becoming a singer and also a game developer, which one?
That's so funny. I feel like what's great about game development is I actually also sing in it, because sometimes I make the background music. And when I'm making the background music, I'm like adding some vocals. So technically, by choosing game development, I'm also still singing. I think obviously if I had to choose one, like period, I would still be a singer, just because, like I get to do this, it's like crazy and I'm so grateful for it. But game development is crazy, because I think right now I would choose game development because I can still sing when I'm making the music for the games.
So, do you like doing this voiceover too or not?
That's so funny. So this one I didn't have time because it's only 8 days, right? But my first game jam, me and my fiance, we like, the concept is like you have to knock on people's doors and then
Uh,
you can like hit them by accident. And the two of us sat down, we went like, ow, ooh, okay, like stuff like that, and that was really funny. But that's like the closest thing I've had to narration or anything.
well, do you put "I Love You" 3000 Bossa Nova version in the game? Like sound? Do you,
Maybe. I think it depends on the game.
okay then. Okay, so if you mentioned that you choose to be a singer, so do you have any plan to make, like, maybe you mentioned EDM? Okay, other than EDM, like Indonesian traditional song, do you have any plan to make Indonesian traditional song?
Like dangdut.
You can do it. Dangdut already, like something with traditional music, instrument like angklung.
Yes, I remember I actually learned how to do kolintang because my dad, he was a music teacher and his thing was like kolintang. So, I mean, what's funny is actually now I still find ways to add like Indonesian instruments like gamelan and stuff in a lot of music. I know that's like super popular in EDM.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would love to maybe one day like do a fully Indonesian album. I think that'd be really cool.
Mhm.
And I would probably do like an Indonesian album and like collab with Indonesian artists. I think that would be a dream of mine.
Who is this person that you want to collaborate with?
I think it'd be so cool. Obviously, Kadipa, like just have an EDM song with him. But I think like it would be so awesome to like do a bunch of covers of like my mom's songs. I love like Leodra. I love
Ah,
Nadine
yeah,
and
yeah,
Niza.
yeah.
These are such cool people. Teddy Aditya is somebody I grew up listening to, so that's like
Mhm.
would be super cool. I'm a huge fan of like Tiga Diva and their music,
Oh,
and like I love all their songs. So maybe I can ask Tanta Kade and Tanta Uta's kids if they want to make a Tiga Diva
Tiga
Junior.
Diva, the version of Tiga Diva.
Yeah.
Okay, then enough with talking. Let's play a game. Since you're a game developer, I have a game for you. It's really simple. Uh, it, but I'm sorry, there's no alien in this. There's no. Sorry. Okay, so it's simple. I have these three words, and what you need to do, I'm gonna show it to you, the word, but what you need to do, you need to sing
Okay.
song based on the letter that I show you, based on the word that I show you. Okay, are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna show you my phone. Okay, love me,
Oh, okay. Love me.
love me.
Oh, Justin Bieber. As long
Okay,
as you la 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 love me. Oh my god, itu jadul banget. That was
Jadul.
like 10 years ago.
Okay,
Which isn't jadul, but
do you have maybe any other song? Do you want to do anything?
There's also obviously love me, say that you love me. Fool. Itu lebih jadul lagi ya.
No, that's okay. Okay, that's done with this first game, with this first word, and then the second one. Are you ready?
Okay.
Road.
Road. My favorite song is actually
Yeah.
Life is a Highway from the Cars movie. And I think the opening line is, life's like a road you travel on. One day you're here and the next you're gone.
Wait, I'm sorry, I don't know the song, but I think I'm gonna listen to it after this.
Yes,
That
it's like
sounds
from the
really
Cars movie, and it's like a country song.
Oh, okay. That's a country song. Okay. I'm gonna add it in my Spotify. Okay, after that, this is the last one. Are you ready?
Yes,
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Okay. Oh, there's so many songs. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess Indonesia tanah air beta pusaka abadi nan jaya. I feel like that's like one of my favorites.
Ah. Okay, so last but not least, we know that we're currently in Independence Month. As a
Mhm.
singer with Indonesian blood running in your veins, so do you have anything to say for this independence of Indonesia?
Yes, I mean Merdeka, Indonesia Merdeka, and also just like I'm so proud to be Indonesian, and I'm like the thing that makes me the most proud is just how supportive everybody is. We as a people are so smart and kind and hardworking, and it makes me so happy that I get to, always mention Indonesia in every interview I do here, and I always mention like, Indonesians are so talented, and like I'm telling everybody like if you can listen to K-pop and you don't understand Korean, like please listen to Indonesian. You don't even have to understand Indonesian, but you can feel it. You can feel everybody's emotions, and I'm so proud for how the creativity has been just like blooming the past couple of years, especially in the West, and everybody's kind of like finally checking us out.
Ah, thank you so much for promoting Indonesia. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie. It is such a nice conversation. I hope you're really well. And also, congratulations once again for your I Love You 3000 Bossa Nova version.
Of course, thank you so much
Appreciate it.
for today.
Thank you. Bye, Stephanie.
Bye bye.
See, the stories will continue after the break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned on 3 Hour News Show on See Today.